Have you ever glanced at the clock, thinking only minutes have passed, only to discover that hours have vanished into the digital ether? It's a disorienting feeling, a temporal warp often induced by the immersive worlds of video games. We've all been there to some degree, whether it's losing an afternoon to a seemingly endless puzzle game on our phone, or dedicating entire weekends to mastering a sprawling online universe. But what is it about certain games that possess this power? This ability to so completely captivate our attention and distort our perception of time? This isn't just about entertainment, it's about a complex interplay of psychology, design, and reward. While many games offer enjoyment and a sense of accomplishment, a select few transcend mere amusement and tap into something deeper, something almost primal within us. They become more than just games, they become obsessions. Think of the persistent allure of building and exploring in Minecraft, the strategic depth and competitive drive of League of Legends, or the insatiable quest for loot in Diablo. These titles, and others like them, aren't simply fun, they're meticulously crafted experiences designed to keep us engaged, invested, and perhaps even addicted. We're not here to demonize video games. They can be a source of creativity, community, and even cognitive enhancement. However, ignoring the potential for problematic engagement is akin to dismissing the risks of any powerful tool. Just as a beautifully crafted knife can be used for creation or destruction, video games, with their sophisticated psychological hooks, can be a source of enrichment or a drain on our time, energy, and even our relationships. The line between healthy enjoyment and compulsive behavior can be surprisingly blurry, and understanding the mechanisms at play is crucial for navigating the digital landscape responsibly. This exploration isn't about simple good versus bad. It's about understanding the specific elements that contribute to the addictive potential of certain games. We will dissect the reward loops, the progression systems, and the social dynamics that contribute to this phenomenon. We'll examine the psychological principles that game developers intentionally or unintentionally exploit to keep us coming back for more. By understanding these mechanisms, we can become more aware of our own behavior and make informed choices about how we engage with these captivating virtual worlds. Consider this an invitation to a deeper understanding of your own gaming habits and the habits of those around you. Are you simply enjoying a pastime, or are you caught in a cycle of reward and compulsion? What drives your desire to play, and what are you sacrificing in the process? This is a journey into the psychology of addiction, the power of game design, and the ever-evolving relationship between humans and the virtual worlds they create and inhabit. Prepare to question your own motivations, confront the potential pitfalls of digital obsession, and perhaps even rediscover the joy of gaming in a more balanced and mindful way. Now, let's delve into the historical currents that shape the modern landscape of addictive gaming. The phenomenon isn't a recent invention. It has roots extending back to the early days of arcade games. Consider the Pac-Man craze of the 1980s. Its simple yet compelling gameplay loop, coupled with increasingly challenging levels, created a powerful draw for players eager to achieve high scores and etch their names into arcade history. Arcades themselves were designed as hubs of competition and social interaction, further fueling the desire to play just one more game. This environment, although rudimentary compared to today's sophisticated online worlds, laid the foundation for understanding how structured rewards and social pressure can amplify engagement. Building on this, however, the advent of the internet and online multiplayer gaming revolutionized the potential for addiction. Massively multiplayer online role-playing games, or MMORPGs, like EverQuest and World of Warcraft, introduced persistent virtual worlds where players could create avatars, form communities, and embark on epic quests. These games offered a sense of belonging and purpose, fulfilling fundamental human needs for social connection and achievement. Unlike arcade games with finite endings, MMORPGs provided an endless stream of content, ensuring that there was always something new to strive for. The time investment required to progress in these games created a sunk cost fallacy, making it difficult for players to disengage, even when the game was no longer enjoyable. Furthermore, The rise of mobile gaming has democratized access to potentially addictive experiences. Games like Candy Crush Saga and Clash of Clans are designed to be played in short bursts, making them easy to integrate into daily routines. Their simple mechanics and vibrant visuals appeal to a wide audience, while their use of push notifications and timed rewards creates a sense of urgency and encourages frequent engagement. The freemium model, where the game is free to download but offers in-app purchases for advantages or cosmetic items, further incentivizes players to spend time and money in the game. This model, while lucrative for developers, can lead to compulsive spending and regret for players who are susceptible to its manipulative tactics. Conversely, the evolution of game design itself has played a significant role. Modern games are meticulously crafted to provide a constant stream of rewards. Whether it's experience points, loot, or cosmetic items, these rewards are often delivered on a variable ratio schedule, meaning that they are unpredictable and intermittent. This type of reward schedule is particularly effective at reinforcing behavior, as it keeps players engaged in the hopes of receiving the next reward. Think of opening loot boxes in games like Overwatch or Apex Legends. The anticipation of receiving a rare or valuable item can be incredibly exciting. Even if the vast majority of loot boxes contain common items, the sense of anticipation is a key component of the addictive loop. Another crucial layer is the social aspect of gaming. Many popular games, such as Fortnite and Among Us, are designed to be played with friends or strangers online. The social interaction can provide a sense of belonging and camaraderie, further reinforcing the desire to play. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, can also drive players to engage with games more frequently than they otherwise would. Events, challenges, and limited time items create a sense of urgency, encouraging players to log in and participate, even when they have other obligations. The convergence of these historical, technological, and design factors has created a perfect storm for the development of highly addictive video games. Reflecting on this journey so far, consider the intricate tapestry we've been weaving. It's a pattern not of simple cause and effect, but of interconnected forces, each amplifying the others. Think of it less as a straightforward equation and more as a complex ecosystem, where elements like historical precedent, technological advancement, and psychological manipulation intertwine, shaping the behavior of individuals within its digital boundaries. The initial spark of curiosity, that innocent desire for entertainment, can, under certain conditions, ignite a much larger flame, a flame that consumes time, energy, and even relationships. It's clear that the allure of these virtual worlds isn't merely accidental. Game design has evolved into a sophisticated art, skillfully employing principles of psychology to create experiences that are not only engaging, but also potentially habit-forming. The constant drip-feed of rewards, the sense of progress, the social connections forged within these digital spaces, all contribute to a powerful pull that can be difficult to resist. The challenge lies in recognizing when that pull becomes too strong, when the line between healthy enjoyment and compulsive behavior begins to blur. Imagine a ship navigating treacherous waters. The currents of game design and the winds of social influence can easily push it off course. Awareness, in this context, becomes our compass, guiding us towards safer harbors. Understanding the underlying mechanisms that drive our engagement is crucial for maintaining control and preventing our digital pursuits from overwhelming other aspects of our lives. It's about recognizing the potential for the virtual to eclipse the real and actively working to maintain a healthy balance. Drawing these strands together, we see a landscape far more nuanced than a simple condemnation of video games. It's a call for mindful engagement, a recognition of the power these virtual worlds hold, and a commitment to using that power responsibly. The path forward isn't about abstinence or demonization, but about cultivating awareness, setting boundaries, and prioritizing our well-being in an increasingly digital world. It's about understanding that the rewards offered by these games, while enticing, are often fleeting, and that true fulfillment lies in nurturing real-world connections and pursuing meaningful goals beyond the screen. As we pivot towards the final reflection, consider the broader implications of this exploration. It's not just about video games, it's about our relationship with technology as a whole. In a world increasingly saturated with digital stimuli, the ability to discern between genuine connection and manufactured engagement becomes more crucial than ever. The lessons learned from examining the addictive potential of video games can be applied to other areas of our lives, helping us to navigate the digital landscape with greater awareness and intention. The question then becomes, how do we harness the power of these tools without becoming enslaved by them? We stand now at the edge of the virtual forest, having navigated its alluring paths and confronted its hidden dangers. The journey has been one of understanding, not judgment. We've explored the mechanics that bind us to these digital realms, the historical currents that shape their creation, and the psychological principles that amplify their appeal. But what remains, beyond the analysis and the facts, is a deeper question about our relationship with technology and, ultimately, with ourselves. The games we play, the worlds we inhabit online, are reflections of our desires, our aspiration, and our vulnerabilities. They offer us a chance to escape, to achieve, to connect, to be someone or something we might not be in the everyday world. And in that potential lies both their power and their peril. The line between escape and avoidance, between connection and dependence, is often thin and easily crossed. The true challenge lies not in abandoning these virtual spaces, but in cultivating a mindful awareness of our own motivations and behaviors within them. Consider the image of a tightrope walker, carefully balancing between two worlds. On one side lies the allure of the virtual, with its instant gratification and endless possibilities. On the other, the grounding reality of our physical lives, with its responsibilities, relationships, and the pursuit of long-term goals. The key to maintaining balance is not to deny the existence of either world, but to navigate the space between them with intention and self-awareness. It's about recognizing the seductive pull of the virtual and consciously choosing to prioritize the real. This isn't a call for digital abstinence, but for digital citizenship. It's about recognizing the power we wield as consumers and creators, and using that power to shape a more positive and balanced digital landscape. It's about demanding transparency from game developers, advocating for responsible design practices, and fostering a culture of mindful engagement within our online communities. It's about understanding that the virtual world is not a replacement for the real, but an extension of it, a tool that can be used for good or ill, depending on the choices we make. So, as you step back into the digital world, consider the lessons we've learned. Be mindful of the reward loops, the social pressures, and the emotional triggers that can lead to compulsive behavior. Set boundaries, prioritize your well-being, and remember that true connection lies not in the pixels on a screen, but in the bonds we forge with the people around us. The true practice begins now, in the choices we make each day, in the balance we strive to achieve between the virtual and the real, and in the conscious cultivation of a life lived with intention and purpose. The game ultimately is not about escaping reality, but about enriching it.